Hello guys, today is Thursday, April 8th, and we are working on our math video for the day. Since we wrapped up our last chapter, we're still kind of working on the same thing, just doing some different worksheets and games with it. So we're still working on the tens and ones. So today we're actually going to start in your packet on page 25 is where we're going to start. Page 25 in your packet. And this should be pretty quick. It does have a front and back, but this front side is just talking about the tens and ones and the number. So the top half here, they give us a number and we have to write how many tens and how many ones are in it. So we're going to do this whole front side together. So the first one here is the number 34. So looking at it, in the 10 spot, we have 3. And in the 1 spot, we have 4. So 34 has 3 tens and 4 ones. Next number we have is 72. If we look in the 10 spot, we have 7 tens, and in the 1 spot, we have 2 ones. So 72 has 7 tens and 2 ones. Next number we have is 50. If we look for the tens, we have 5 tens, and in the ones we have 0 ones. So 50 has 5 tens and 0 ones. Next number we have is 69. If we look at the tens, we have 6 tens, and in the ones we have 9 ones. So 69 has 6 tens and 9 ones. And our last number here is just the number 8. And if you're looking at it, I don't see any tens. So we have 0 tens. There's nothing before it. But we have 8 ones. So 8 has no tens, but only 8 ones. So 8 is just 8 ones. Okay, now for this next section, they tell us how many tens and ones, and we have to write the number. So it's the opposite of what we did up here. So here they tell us 2 tens, so I'm going to put a 2 in the 10 spot, and 3 ones. So I'm going to put a 3 in the 1 spot. So 2 tens and 3 ones is the number 23. Next, we have 6 tens, 6 in the 10th spot, and 0 ones. So 6 tens and 0 ones gives us the number 60. Next one has 0 in the 10 spot and 4 in the 1 spot, which just gives us the number 4. And our last one here at the bottom says 3 tens, 3 in the 10 spot, and 1 1, 1 in the 1 spot. So 3 tens and 1 1 gives us the number 31. Okay, so that was the front page, page 25, but there is also a back to this. So at the top here again, we had to figure out how many tens and ones were in the number. In the bottom half here, they gave us the tens and ones, and we had to write the number. So on the back, on page 26, they give us the cubes, the place value blocks, and we have to write what number that is, okay? So this is the back, page 26. We're going to do this side together as well. Like I said, this is just extra practice for those tens and ones and the place value, because we will be taking place value as a grade this quarter. So we're going to have an assessment over place value, similar to like what we're working on these. So here we go, the first one here. And how I started is how many tens blocks do I see? And remember, these long blocks like this are tens blocks. So I see one tens block. So I put a 1 in the 10 spot. And then you look for your ones, which your ones are these individual blocks like these here. And I see 1 1 as well. So our number has 1 10, 1 1, which gives us the number 11. So those place value blocks show 11. Now if we go over here, I have 1, 2 10 blocks. So I'm going to put a 2 in the 10 spot. And then if I count my ones, I have 1, 2. 2 ones. So 2 tens and 2 ones gives us the number 22. So those place value blocks show 22. Go down to our next one here. Let's count the tens. We have 1, 2, 3. So 3 tens. And then ones, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ones. So I'll put a 4 in the 1 spot. So these place value blocks show us 34. Next one, let's count the tens. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 tens blocks. And ones, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 ones. So these place value blocks show us 44. Next one here, we're going to count the tens. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens blocks. 6 tens. And ones, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 ones. So these place value blocks show us the number 67. Okay. Next one, let's count the tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 tens. And ones, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 9 ones. So those place value blocks show us the number 89. Okay. Next one here, let's count the tens. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 tens. And ones, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ones. So those place value blocks, show us the number 56. And our last one here, I'm going to count the tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 tens. And ones, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 ones. So these place value blocks show us 47. Okay, so we just finished page 26. So we did 25 and 26 together, working on tens and ones and working on these place value blocks. If you're still working, you can pause it now. And if you are done working, we're actually going to use 2 pages for the next thing. you're going to be looking at pages 27 and 28. So 27 looks like this, and 28 looks like this. So you're actually going to want to probably tear out page 27 that looks the dinosaurs on it. You're probably going to want to tear that out. Kind of put that to the side. And I'm going to try to show these as best as I can, but it's a little bit hard because my Elmo doesn't go all the way. But this is a game. It's called Triceratops Spots. So this is better off if played with 2 players. But again, as always, you can always verse yourself if you can't find another player. And you're going to want some like counters or something to cover up. And guys, counters, they could be like kind of what I use, like bingo chips, or you can just use like pieces of cereal or anything like small that you have around as a counter, or little dolls or something. You're going to want dice. So I have my dice. And then again, obviously you're going to want your game boards, which are on page 27. Okay? And there's a game board 1 at the top, and then game board 2 is at the bottom. Okay? So here we go. It says each player chooses a dinosaur on game board 1 and places a counter on start on game board 2. So start is up here. So I'm going to place a pinkish color and a blue color. So those are my 2. And then I'm going to write on here. It's actually like a red. So red is going to be this top dinosaur, and blue is going to be the bottom. Okay? So you get a counter for yourself for the board game, and then pick which dinosaur you're going to have, top or bottom. So red's having top, blue's having the bottom. Okay? Now it says you're going to take turns to roll the dice and move. If you can find a number on your Triceratops, which is your dinosaur, to match the clue on your space, you're going to cover it with a counter. The first player to color all their numbers on their dinosaur is the winner. So I'm going to roll first for red. So I'm going to roll. Red got 3, so they're going to move 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. And it says cover a number with 5 tenths. So we're going to look at their dinosaur, which is the top one. Do they have one with 5 tenths? 10th spot. Yes, 57 has 5 tenths. So you're going to place a counter, or you could just mark it off, kind of, if you're only going to play once. So I'm going to mark it off. So they've got 1 down. If they wouldn't have had one with 5 tenths, they just have to move on. Okay, now it's going to be blue's turn. So I'm going to roll the dice. They got 2, so I'll move them 2. 1, 2. And it says cover a number with 1, 1. So they have to look at their dinosaur, which is down here, and look in the 1 spot. So do we see one with a 1 in the 1 spot? Yes, right there. 51 has a 1 in the 1 spot. So I'm going to cross that one off for them, or you can put a counter on it. So right now they're tied. They both have 1 marked off. It's going to be back to red. I'm going to roll the dice. They got 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And it says cover a number with 4 ones. Since I'm on red, I got to go to the red and look if there's one with 4 in the 1 spot. 3, 5, 1, 0, 9, 4. They have 14, which has a 4 in the 1 spot. So I'm going to mark it off. They've gotten lucky. They've had a number for all of them. Okay. Going to go back to blue's turn. Roll it. They got 2. 1, 2. And there says cover a number with 3 tenths. So we got to look at their board. Do they have one that has a 3 in the 10 spot? So we got 2, 7, 4, 3. 30 has a 3 in the 10 spot. I'm going to mark that off for them. So again, they're tied. They both have 2 marked off. I'll go one more time for each of them. So I'm going to start with red. They got 2. So I'll move them 2. 1, 2. Theirs says cover a number with 9 tenths. So I got to look at the red one. Do they have a number left with 9 tenths? 10 spot. We got 3, 2, 8, 9. 90 has 9 10, so they get to mark it off. So they only got a couple more left that they can cover up. Back to blue. I'm going to roll it again. Just kind of moved. Here we go. They got 3. 1, 2, 3. And there says cover a number with 4 ones. So we're going to look at their board. This time we're looking in the 1 spot, so we're looking for a 4 there. 2, 3, 8, 6, 4. 64 has 4 ones. So we're going to cross it out. And again, they're tied. They both have 3 marked off. So you would keep going, rolling for red, rolling for blue, covering up if you can. If you don't, you just kind of skip your turn. And I did see on here, guys, that there's a couple, or I've seen this one for sure. It says cover an odd number, and this one says cover an even number. So even numbers are going to have a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 in the 1 spot. And odd numbers are going to have a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. So I'll write that on here. So odd, you can write. Odd is 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And that's in the ones place. So an odd number will have a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 in the ones place. And an even number will have 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 in the ones place. So, like the number 33, it has a 3 in the ones place. So it would be a odd number. Whereas the number 22 has a 2 in the ones place. So it would be an even number. Okay? So if you land on either of those, that is how you tell. Okay? So you're going to keep going, keep marking off, playing your own game, and then whoever marks off their dinosaur first, all of them off, is the winner. Okay, friends? Like I said, you can use counters or you can mark off. If you want to play again, you might want to use counters so you can redo it. Okay, friends, well, you can play that, finish playing the game, and that is all that we have for this Thursday. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.